Okay, this is in-class practice sheet 1B, so it's the back side, and we are on strip 1-6. We also see that this is a very, very irregular rhythm. I want to point out that these bumps here, the taller ones in the middle of the QRSs, those are the T waves. You can measure a QT interval. Let me see. Okay. Measure QT interval by starting at the beginning of your QRS and going to the end of the T wave. And if you do that every time, you will find that the QT interval never changes. So the distance between here and the T wave is exactly the same each and every time. So that actually says it's got to be a T wave and it's not a P wave, because P waves, at least at the beginning of this course, do not go jumping around all over the place. So what you're looking at there is a T wave. Let's get my stuff back in here. Okay. Let's take a look. In front of this QRS, there's a nice flat line. In front of this QRS, there's a flat line. I can see the T wave there. In front of this is not even enough time for a P wave. Here we get a flat line, flat line, flat line. Too little time. Sort of a bump there, but there's no bump here, and there was no bump here. I keep looking in front of every QRS, and I don't see a P wave. In fact, there is none. So, can we just write in here, not applicable? All right, QRS width. Again, we can blow this up. Eek. Free programs. What can you say? All right, this QRS looks like from this line to not quite that line. That would give me about a 0.06. Let's look over here. We find anybody that's lined up better. Yeah, it starts there, starts right about at that dotted line. It jumps to about that dotted line. That's about a 0.08. It looks like it's okay. So somewhere between 0.06 and 0.08 is what we're going to say here. Both totally normal numbers. So I'm going to write QRS width. I'm going to go with a 0.08. 0.08. 0.08. There we go. Regularity, as we said, is quite irregular. Heart rate. All right, this is one of those irregular strips. We're going to have to do 6-second method. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, everybody remember 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and the 15th one just pops in there. Okay, so we know it's not exactly 150. So I'm going to do one of these guys and say it's in the 150s, somewhere around 150. Again, this is an irregular rhythm with no P wave. We haven't covered this yet, but it is called atrial fibrillation. And you can leave yours blank, or you can write that in, because in just a couple weeks we're going to be talking about that rhythm anyway. Okay, so this is a rhythm that's very irregular. I didn't even bother to try little boxes because I can easily see that the regularity is significantly different as you go through the strip. QRS is about 0.08, maybe a little less. The rhythm is irregular. Heart rate is running around 150-ish, and we're done.